Imagine if I told you there was a method to have your property looking perfect in a few minutes without shelling out a bunch for expensive cleaning supplies. For decades, the Amish have been silently perfecting the skill of basic, natural cleaning. And the best thing is that their methods not only save money and time, but also really work. Your most discriminating mother-in-law would also be amazed. Let's start with a neat copper cleaning method right from Amish kitchens. Has anyone ever taken out a copper pot or pan and discovered it to be tarnished, black, and dull? You already have a natural cure in your kitchen: lemons and salt. Do not hurry to get a costly metal cleaning. The Amish do it as follows. Halve a lemon and sprinkle the cut side with around 1 tablespoon of ordinary table salt. Right now, straight on your tarnished copper, apply that lemon-salt mixture, while the salt gently cleans the tarnish away without scrubbing the surface. The citric acid from the lemon breaks down the stains. Try it on an old coin first. It turns from dull to brilliant in seconds. Use it then on copper pots, beautiful trays, or vintage kitchen moulds. You should film this interesting metamorphosis. One woman who grew up in an Amish hamlet in Pennsylvania recalls her grandmother's copper day. Twice a year, she would arrange every copper object on the kitchen table with a basket of lemons and a bowl of salt. She just needed that. Simple materials and a little elbow grease. No harsh chemicals, no odours. To prevent water spots on your copper following cleaning, rinse it with water and dry it with a soft towel. Fun fact: 3 times faster than most store-bought copper cleaners, this Amish approach is not simply efficient. Furthermore, unlike commercial products, it leaves no strange chemical residue. Let us now discuss that moment when someone phones and says, "Hey, I'll be there in 15 minutes. Go into queue panic mode then. For the Amish, not so much. In just 15 minutes, their clever, no-stress approach gets your house guest ready. Working smarter, not harder, and this starts from the top down, is the trick. Obviously, you start by dusting the ceiling of any cobwebs and then go down to the floor. Dust then avoids landing on areas you have already cleansed. Many Amish homes include what they consider as a company basket in every room. It is loaded with simple cleaning tools, thus you never find yourself rushing. 3 5-minute bursts comprise the daily schedule. Spend first 5 minutes organising and clearing clutter. Wipe off obvious surfaces with a moist microfiber cloth in 5 more minutes. Spend last 5 minutes vacuuming or sweeping just the main paths. That is all. You are building the impression of a neat, comfortable house rather than trying to deep clean. The Amish pay particular attention to the areas guests actually notice: the restroom sink and toilet, the entrance, and anywhere people sit. 2. A short spritz of homemade lemon and vinegar spray freshens the air. Until she tried it, one woman who learnt this from her Amish neighbour said she didn't think 15 minutes could make much impact. It fundamentally affected everything. This approach is beautiful in that it substitutes practicality for perfection. Though the house isn't perfect, your guests will recall it as feeling clean. As the Amish say, hospitality comes first. Cleanliness is just next to godliness. Let's finish with a floor cleaning technique that might really wow you. Forget steam mops and strong chemicals. The Amish people employ a straightforward 2-bucket approach, and it is charming as well. You need 1 gallon of boiling water should fill bucket 1. Add 2 tablespoons liquid Castile soap. Without harming your flooring, this natural, plant-based soap lifts dirt. Bucket 2. Load with just ordinary hot water. Your rinse bucket is this one. Start mopping at the farthest corner of the room and work your way toward the door so you're not crossing pristine areas. Clean a section, dip your mop into the soapy water, rinse it in the second bucket, then go on. This stops filthy water from spreading about. Though it sounds like additional effort, believe me, it really makes a difference. Floors remain streak-free, dry faster, and seem cleaner. For years, the Amish have applied this approach since it is effective, mild, and yields results. Not needed are $300 devices or floor sprays loaded in chemicals. 2 buckets, a mop, and some basic old-fashioned knowledge. Remember these long-tested Amish techniques next time you find yourself lured by expensive cleaning chemicals. A lemon, some salt, some strategy, and you'll have a glittering house in less time than it takes to see an episode of your preferred show. Try one of these techniques right now. Let me know how it turns out in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and forward for more basic, clever ideas exactly like these. Let us return to the Amish cleaning playbook, where conventional wisdom always prevails over modern shortcuts. Although their 2-bucket floor cleaning technique is already known to you, let's investigate a bit further on their actual technique. The key is, about 3 feet at a time, they break the floor into small, doable sections. The daily schedule is as follows. Into the soapy water dip your mop. Wring it out properly so it's moist rather than dripping. 1 little area at a time. Mop. Next, rinse your mop in the 2nd bucket loaded with fresh water. Key is this 2nd rinse bucket. It prevents you from simply spreading contaminated water back on the floor. Modern research also supports this. A 2-bucket strategy lets your mop trap up to 70% more dirt than the single bucket approach most people employ. And what do you suppose? Long before any lab existed, the Amish knew. Although it takes a bit more preparation, your floors come out truly clean, not only looking good. And that counts in Amish communities. Cleanliness shows your respect of your house, your discipline, and your principles. If you do this at home, always mop from the rear of the room toward the door to avoid treading on just cleaned flooring. Little elements like those have a significant impact. Day-old bread as a wall cleaner is a cleaning trick you will never find on a store shelf. Indeed, yesterday's bread becomes today's cleaning tool in Amish homes, especially for kitchen walls where spatter, grease, and fingerprints like to stay around. Here's how it operates. Cut a slice of stale bread, then remove the crusts. Roll the soft section roughly in the shape of a golf ball. Then softly roll it down your painted walls. The bread's innate stickiness pulls itself onto grime, grease, even fine particles. Furthermore, soft makes it unlikely to harm your paint or leave lint like a cloth would. One woman described how she experimented with this on the wall behind her stove. She was surprised to see the bread turned grey, only one use. Just a warning, the bread may crumble into the grooves and create a mess on textured walls or wallpaper. This technique is remarkably successful, nevertheless, for smooth, level painted walls. And commercial wall wipes can be $5 or more. This is, if you use bread you would otherwise throw, costs nothing. It is traditional Amish frugalism and plain sense, turning trash into something quite valuable. Bonus tip, keep it separate or label your cleaning bread. You want to avoid ending up with a sandwich out of it. Now let's discuss windows. If the windows are streaky or opaque, even a shining room can seem messy. But the Amish use a time-tested, somewhat affordable homemade treatment instead of costly chemical sprays, which is rather powerful. Their formula here is, in a spray bottle, equally white vinegar and water. To assist clear grease build-up, toss 1 teaspoon of dish soap. There are just 3 components here. The secret to really streak-free windows now is not only in the spray, but also in the wiping agent you employ. Forget paper towels. The Amish work with crushed newspaper. What then? Lint is not left behind in a newspaper, and the ink has just enough grit to assist polish glass. First move in circles, then, to finish, change to straight strokes. So the outcome is windows so neat they nearly vanish. The scientific foundation of it is vinegar's acetic acid breaks down mineral deposits, which are the reason windows seem patchy and foggy. Even more impressive than most store-bought versions, a study by home economists discovered that this vinegar solution eliminates up to 98% of window film. One major warning here, though, is never use vinegar-based cleansers on granite or marble stone counters. The acid has persistent etching power for the surface. For natural stone, stay with mild cleansers. Otherwise, especially on mirrors, shower glass, and kitchen windows where grease accumulates, this Amish remedy looks great. Families who apply this approach claim that their windows not only look good, but also stay cleaner for longer. Though they sound traditional, these Amish cleaning techniques are superior than most contemporary techniques. 2 buckets, a slice of bread, a drop of vinegar, and immediately your house is naturally shining, nearly free. If you have tried any of these techniques or have ideas for another, leave a note below and share your findings. Let's finish the Amish window trick with one extra bonus. Vinegar helps repel dust rather than only clean. Your windows stay cleaner for longer, so you won't have to constantly washing them down every week. The best thing is that this DIY spray runs approximately 90% cheaper than the pricey products available at the market. Another victory for straightforward, natural solutions that really outperform contemporary chemical cleaners. Now, suppose I told you there was a cleaner inspired by Amish design that might save a whiteboard you were ready to discard. Though Amish schools have chalkboards, their conventional cleaning methods apply exactly for the whiteboards of today. The equation is as follows. In a spray bottle mix, equal parts rubbing alcohol and water. If you seek a fresh, clean aroma, add a few drops of lemon essential oil. That is exactly what it is. None of the substances you cannot say, not sophisticated labels, just a basic but effective cleanser. Right on the board, spray it. Then, gently wipe with a soft cotton cloth. An old t-shirt performs wonderfully. Cotton lifts the marker residue rather than merely covering the surface like paper towels. This homemade cleanser removes ghosting, those faint shadows left behind by either permanent or old dry erase markers. This is where it gets really fantastic. Until a buddy told this tip, one school administrator claimed they almost replaced a stained-up board. One washing session, and it seemed brand fresh. Cost analysis. Around $5 a bottle is the commercial cleanser. This do-it-yourself variation comes roughly at 15 cents. It works better and represents a 97% savings. This is restoring what others would toss away, not only cleaning. The Amish keep what they have. They do not merely buy new. That reflects actual worth. We should discuss stainless steel now. Beautiful until fingerprints and watermarks convert it into a smudgy disaster. But try this ancient Amish favourite instead than wasting money on special steel sprays. Flour. Indeed, just ordinary kitchen flour. This is how to apply it. Using water, moist the surface of your appliance or sink. Over the damp surface, toss 3 tablespoons of flour. Buff in little circles with a soft cloth. As you continue, the flour makes a light paste with a natural, polish-like fine texture. It leaves your sink or refrigerator looking brand new by lifting stains and smudges without damaging. When you're done, rinse the flour with warm water. Dry with a soft cloth. That sparkle? It seems like a professional handled it. And then the expenses. Allow me to juxtapose. Store-bought cleaner runs about $5 and should last perhaps 15 cleanings. A $5 bag of flour. From it, you will finish around 300 cleanings. Amish homes look so well kept because they make greater use of what they already have than most things on the store. Every one of us has done it. For a moment, walked away from the burner, and boom, burned supper adhered to your preferred pan like concrete. Try this basic Amish method, nevertheless, which has saved many burned pans before you give up. You should follow these. To create a thick paste, toss 1/4 cup of baking soda with just enough water. That's your own handmade magic for scrubbing. Cover the burned areas with paste and let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Staying mild on your cookware, the baking soda starts breaking down the stuck-on gunk. Scrub then with a soft brush or sponge. The filth will astound you for how readily it peels away. No strong chemicals required. Add some white vinegar for particularly tough stains. It will fizz when it interacts with the baking soda. This bubbling action aids in the lifting off even more residue. For cast iron, stainless steel, even enamel cookware, this approach is mild enough. It may save you from having to buy a new pan and cost pennies to create. These Amish cleaning ideas are not just lovely customs. They are also reasonably priced, useful, and quite efficient. Your pantry contains a basic fix for cleaning windows, walls, whiteboards, or kitchenware. Click that like button and subscribe if you discovered something fresh today to get more practical house tips. And let us know how one of these techniques worked for you when you try one. Drop a comment. Whether it's stew cooked too long or pasta gone feral, we all burnt a pan. But instead of throwing that pan, try this Amish-approved rescue cure costing just cents that acts like a charm. Work from a thick paste first. To get a texture like toothpaste, spreadable but not runny, mix 1/4 cup of baking soda with just enough water. Now, cover the burned sections liberally with slabs. And here comes the most Amish component: patience. Let the paste sit exactly 2 hours. 2 hours provides the baking soda time to break down the carbonized stuff without totally drying up. That is not a random quantity. When time runs out, gently scrub in circles with a non-scratch pad and just watch the charcoal filth peel away like magic. Once anything looked permanently linked to your pan just falls off. For your burned meal and your preferred cookware, it's like divorce paperwork. This works because of a great combination. Fine abrasiveness of baking soda facilitates scrubbing. Its chemical reaction also helps to loosen baked-on food. My mother-in-law discovered this growing up close to an Amish hamlet from a cooking teacher. For decades, her family has used the same pans. This is the secret. And if you have years of accumulation on your pan, it still operates. One treatment can cover 10 years, 4 of scorched-on residue. Unlike some commercial cleansers that produce strange aromas or residue you do not want around your food, this is mild, food-safe, and chemical-free. It's a mental change as much as a money saver. Neither should we. The Amish do not toss what they can fix. Kitchen MVPs are wooden cutting boards. Yet, with time, they get soiled, smelly, and scratched. Try this classic Amish woodworking technique to have your board like new before you consider replacing yours. You'll need 1/2 of a fresh lemon, 1 teaspoon of coarse sea salt. Now you have a strong natural scrubber from dipping the lemon's cut side into the salt. Work the salt and lemon in circular motions covering every inch of the board. It begins to break down into a gritty paste that kills germs, removes stains, and even smells are neutralized. Let the board sit for 5 minutes after thoroughly cleaning it. This allows the lemon juice time to absorb more deeply into the wood. Then wash it under hot water, being sure to eliminate all the salt residue. The main last touch is rubbing the board with a clean cloth, approximately a teaspoon of mineral oil. Let it soak through evening. This seals in moisture, stops cracking, and shields the board for lengthy periods. Fun fact: more than many store-bought sanitizers, a 2019 University of Michigan study found this salt and lemon approach eliminates 99.8% of germs. You are thereby creating safety rather than only making your board aesthetically pleasing. Not even sophisticated sprays, no strong chemicals. 2 items from your kitchen plus a small love letter. Let us now discuss drainage, one of the most unpleasant issues any house can have. Clogs usually come up exactly when you're running out the door or hosting dinner. But in Amish houses, they avoid clogs with this basic weekly schedule rather than waiting for them. They act as follows. Down the drain, pour 1/2 cup of baking soda. Right away, follow with 1/2 cup white vinegar. As the chemical reaction gets to work breaking down accumulation and freeing trash, you will hear fizzing. To help the bubbling movement concentrate downward, cover the drain with a moist cloth for 5 minutes. Then down the drain, pour 4 cups of boiling water to flush everything away. That is exactly what I mean. There are no $12 bottles of chemical gel, no emergency plumber, no drain snake, just the traditional mix of acidic vinegar and alkaline baking soda acting like it should. Indeed, for most pipelines and drains, it is safe. This approach completely stops sluggish drains when done once a week, not only fixes them. Among the several ways the Amish prefer maintenance over crisis, saving time, money, and stress, are these ones. We are just halfway through these brilliant Amish cleaning tips. Already, we have saved a small fortune and tons of elbow grease. Remember to push the like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell if you are learning anything new to ensure you do not miss what is ahead. All set for additional old world knowledge still rather valuable today? Allow us to continue. Drains clog. That is a reality of life. But why do those blockings arise? Usually composed of hair, soap scum, and grease accumulated over time. And you are left with slow drainage, or worse, a full-on clog requiring a plumber unless you address it often. Always advocates of prevention over treatment, the Amish have a basic weekly routine that helps to prevent this practically for free. Here is what you do once a week. Down the drain, pour 1/2 cup of baking soda. Follow with 1/2 cup white vinegar. For 5 minutes, let the fizzing reaction work its magic by covering the drain with a moist cloth. Finish with 4 liters of boiling water. That effervescent response. Watching it is not only entertaining, it also releases residue, breaks down accumulation, and packs it all. Professional plumbers even suggest this approach above strong chemical drain cleaners. For what reason? Because over time, commercial products, especially the caustic ones, can gradually erode older pipes. But for both contemporary and older plumbing systems, this Amish approach is mild, safe, and efficient. The secret in this is consistency. Although doing it every week may seem overkill, 5 minutes of basic maintenance is far better than coping with a flooded sink or a $200 plumber charge. One family said that following this approach has helped them not to have one clog in more than 4 years. It's evidence that Amish knowledge, based on consistency and simplicity, still outwits contemporary short fixes. The holy grail of cookery, cast iron requires love to last. Revive your preferred pan, the Amish way, not trash it when it starts to rust or loses its seasoning. The entire restoration process is shown here. First step, get rid of the rust. Cover the whole pan with white vinegar and let it sit exactly 30 minutes. Any longer, the vinegar begins to damage the iron. Any shorter, and the rust won't completely dissolve. Scrub till the rust disappears with steel wool. Although elbow grease is involved, it is well worth it. Rinse and completely dry. Moisture is the enemy of cast iron. The second step is rebuilding the seasoning. Over the whole surface, inside, outside, even the handle, run a light coating of flaxseed oil. Bake it 1 hour in a 500-degree Fahrenheit oven upside down. 3 repetitions through this technique will provide a strong, long-lasting non-stick layer. The Amish technique distinguishes itself from others by this multi-layer approach. Because it polymerizes into a rock-hard layer that improves with age, flaxseed oil is perfect. Historians of Amish cooking customs claim this method has brought 100-year-old cookware back from the brink. Cast iron pans are heirlooms passed down generation after generation in many Amish communities. Properly restored and maintained, cast iron becomes better than new, a natural non-stick surface that beats contemporary pans without any coatings or chemicals. In any kitchen, the most hated task is probably oven cleaning. But the Amish employ a mild paste derived from pantry basics instead of fitting up with rubber gloves and toxic sprays. It works overnight while you sleep. Here's the mixture: 1/2 cup cooking soda, 1/4 cup of salts, 1 cup water. Stirring will produce a thick, spreadable paste. Think of icing that stays to vertical surfaces without dripping. Apply the paste to every surface inside your oven, using a soft brush or cloth. Keep off the hot elements. Close the oven, then go away. To really work, the paste takes at least 12 hours. The duo of baking soda and salt works to break down carbonized food residue and fats as you relax. The paste will be dry and crusty by morning, but that is good. Use a moist towel to wipe it away. Then, appreciate your shiny oven. Though it won't scratch the surface, a plastic scraper can aid with tough stains. Finish with one more wipe down to get any remaining paste off a fresh, clean, moist cloth. Perfected by generations of Amish homemakers, from wood-burning stoves to contemporary ranges, this method is not only practical but also quite cheap. It does not produce harmful smells in your house and costs 94% less than commercial oven sprays. Important note: use this approach on self-cleaning ovens. The delicate surfaces may be damaged by the moisture and paste. There are no strong fumes here, not any costly items, simply traditional knowledge handed down over many years. Comparable to what you are learning? If you have tried any of these ideas, or wish us to test one for you, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and comment. One of those jobs that seems never-ending is bathroom mildew, particularly in grout. Worse still, it is not only aesthetic. Mildew impairs air quality as well. Fortunately, the Amish have a technique free from reliance on bleach or chemical sprays. Their weapon of choice is secretly one ancient natural mineral cleaner. Still in use today is borax. Here's the procedure. Stirring constantly until completely dissolved, mix 1/2 cup borax with 1 cup boiling water. The hot water helps the borax sink into grout and activates it, scrubbing the solution straight onto mouldy grout lines with an old toothbrush. Go inside the gaps. Mould hides there. Most folks skip this section. Let it sit for exactly 4 hours. That timing is crucial. Unlike other commercial cleaners, it allows the borax time to kill mould at the roots rather than only clean the surface. After 4 hours, once more gently clean the grout with your toothbrush. Rinse with cool water. Outcome is mould removes with little effort. The finest thing about this is 4 times longer than bleach. This technique keeps mildew away. What then? Borax alters the pH of the surface, so hindering the growth of fresh spores. For decades, Amish households have applied this method, choosing basic, pure foods above additives. Just keep in mind what every Amish mother advises: break a window and don gloves. Natural, yet nevertheless worthy of attention, is borax. Though the Amish have a secret that makes toilet cleaning almost simple, it is never beautiful. Dentine tablets. Indeed, your toilet bowl sparkles with the same fizzing tablets used to clean fake teeth. Here is how to accomplish it. Into the toilet bowl drop 2 denture tablets. Not scrubbing or brushing, let them bubble and dissolve for 30 minutes. You can clean something else, or guilt-free swipe over your phone, while the tablets are working. After half an hour, quickly brush under the rim and around the waterline. Flushing twice will help everything to be clean. What makes this successful? Mineral deposits are broken down and stains are loosened by the effervescent action. It's like having 1,000 small scrubbers in concert. Originally used for home cleaning, this approach came from the Amish custom of fizzing agents, then adapted to toilets and proved more effective than many commercial cleansers. The worst part is that if used weekly, a 40-table box would keep your toilet clean for 5 months and runs only $3. That leaves no strong chemical scent behind and is far less expensive than other chemical toilet cleaners. One of the best-kept secrets among Amish house visitors is their immaculate restrooms. Amish work is renowned, particularly their often passed down wooden furniture. But it's not only the construction, it's also the way it's maintained. Their preferred wood polish nourishes, protects, and preserves, rather than just makes wood look good with just 2 pantry items. Here is the recipe. In a small container, mix 1/4 cup olive oil with 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. The olive oil keeps the wood moist, therefore avoiding dryness and cracks. The vinegar shows the wood grain's intrinsic beauty and slices through filth. Applicable. Work the mixture into the wood in the grain direction using a soft cloth. For a gentle, natural sheen, no waxy build-up, gently buff with a dry cloth. Are you looking for an additional touch? Put some cedarwood essential oil drops here. Particularly helpful for drawers and closets, it gives a fresh, woodsy aroma and helps repel insects including moths and ants. Costs a fraction of commercial polishes, which sometimes include artificial shine agents and solvents. This polish is safe for all finished wood surfaces. Amish households use it weekly to keep their furniture appearing brand new, even after years of daily use. Who knew cleaning could be this inexpensive, this basic, and so successful? It could be time to adopt the Amish approach if you have been cleaning and spraying your way to nowhere. Click the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment using your preferred natural cleaning tip, or one you wish us to try next. Wood furniture is an investment rather than only decor. And, like in Amish homes, good maintenance is essential if you wish it to last for generations. Their preferred recipe? A naturally occurring cedar oil polish smelling fantastic, protecting, and conditioning. Here's how to do it. Stir 1/4 cup olive oil with 2 tablespoons white vinegar. Put 10 drops of cedar essential oil in there. The olive oil dries the wood. The vinegar cuts filth. The cedar oil naturally repels insects and dampness and gives everything a fresh, woodsy smell. Application makes a difference. Put a tiny bit on a delicate cloth. Never treat wood directly. Wipe not against, but rather with the grain. Let it soak for 10 minutes. Then, using a dry towel, buff until it glows softly. No greasy film. Unlike commercial polishes depending on silicone for a faux sheen, this Amish varnish penetrates the wood for long-term protection. Surprisingly though, just polish every 3 months. More often doing it will actually dull the finish over time. From a cost standpoint, this handmade variety tastes better and is 89% less expensive than store-bought brands. For decades, Amish families have kept their heirloom items shining and insect-free by using this mix. Spilled red wine? Coffee on a carpet in cream colours? Most folks go into panic. The Amish people. They grasp heavy cream and baking soda. Indeed, especially fresh stains, real dairy cream is the Amish secret weapon for carpeting. Here is the methodically detailed process. Right away, cover the stain with baking soda. Let it absorb moisture by sitting for 15 minutes. Fully vacuum the powder. Spoon 2 teaspoons of heavy cream straight on the last stain. Though strange, the cream's fats attach to greasy spots, organically breaking them down. Let the cream sit for 12 minutes. This allows it to function without becoming mushy. To get all residue, blot with a fresh cloth, then rinse with 1 cup lukewarm water with 1 teaspoon dish soap. On dark stains like red wine, coffee or juice, the ones that prefer to settle into light carpets, this is particularly successful. The scientific research? Like dissolves, like in simple terms. Cream's fats pull out other greasy, oily ingredients. Some Amish homes even keep a small cream jug in the refrigerator specifically for mistakes in cleaning. Weird? Possibly. Once you try it though, you will find it works like magic. You spend a third of your life on your mattress, really. Still, most people never clean it. But for normal, seasonal maintenance, the Amish view mattresses as any other house basic. Here is their every 3-month mattress renewal schedule. Sort all of the bedding, sheets, pads, protectors, and wash them individually. Vacuum the plain mattress using the upholstery attachment of your vacuum. Especially pay great attention to corners, seams, and tufted areas where dust loves to hide. The natural deodorizer then comes in. Stir 1 cup baking soda with 5 drops of lavender essential oil. Over the mattress's surface, equally scatter the mixture. Lavender naturally possesses antibacterial qualities and a calming aroma. Let it sit for minimum 1 hour. The baking soda gathers moisture and smells during this period. Dust it completely. That is it. Your mattress will smell better, feel better, and perhaps last longer. This is a no-fuss regimen requiring no costly instruments or sprays, something the Amish have always given top priority. Just natural components and a little seasonal rhythm. Who would have thought heavy cream could clean carpets? Alternatively, maybe your furniture just needs 4 times a year polishing. Though basic, these Amish housekeeping tips are as creative. If you're loving these ideas, thumbs up this video and subscribe to get weekly insights from simply better traditional homes. Have your own unusual cleaning secret? Leave it in the comments. We enjoy disseminating the information. A clean mattress improves sleep more than it only addresses hygienic needs. Without any commercial sprays or devices, Amish households have a basic seasonal approach that maintains their mattresses fresh and long-lasting. Their method is shown here step by step. Sort all bedding, sheets, pads, protectors, and wash separately. Using the upholstery attachment, vacuum the bare mattress, particularly around tufted areas and seam lines. In a bowl combine, 1 cup of baking powder, 5 drops of lavender essential oil. Lavender smells wonderful and has modest antibacterial qualities, not only soothing effects. The baking soda picks off oils, smells, and moisture. The important action is to uniformly cover the mattress with the mixture using a flour sifter or fine mesh strainer. Best, no clumps, a light, even layer works. Let it lie for exactly 4 hours. That's the sweet place for complete absorption without powder-making vacuuming difficult. Vacuum once more after the wait. Like the Amish with the change of seasons, repeat this every 3 months. Unlike most store-bought goods, this constant maintenance keeps your mattress in outstanding form for decades, not only 7 to 10 years. This little custom pays off in longer-lasting mattresses and better rest, until dust, yellowing, or oily smudges make them difficult to appreciate. Old books are treasures. The Amish have a creative repair that seems somewhat strange yet performs magic. Here's how you clean those worn-through pages. Get a paper bag and top with 2 teaspoons cornstarch. Inside, gently lay the book and fold the top closed. Spend 60 seconds shaking the bag. Yes, give it a nice shake. Though the cornstarch performs as a dry cleaner, clearing grime, grease, and even musty smells from between the pages. It could look as though you are trying to pop popcorn without heat. After done, take out the book and dust the cover and borders with a gentle paintbrush. Open the book carefully, then brush between the pages. For cookbooks and beloved family Bibles where filth accumulates over time, this technique is particularly helpful. Without ruining the paper, pages come out brighter, clearer, and more easily readable. Librarians and conservators agree. Dry cleaning is safer than using liquids, which can damage or deform delicate paper. Amish households have kept whole libraries this way, proof that, every time, sensible care trumps flashy goods. Rusty instruments? The most people toss are those. The Amish? They repair them with a potato. Realistically, this garden-grown trick works this way. Cut a big potato in half. Dip the cut side in 2 teaspoons baking soda. Directly rub the covered potato straight on the corroded tool. The potato's natural oxalic acid reacts with rust. The baking soda adds just the correct grit level. Press steadily and give a good rub. Re-dip the potato as necessary to keep the paste fresh. You will see the rust lift disappear as you work, exposing spotless metal underneath. Once the rust is eradicated, give the tool fresh water rinsing. Finish it entirely dry. To stop rusting going forward, gently coat it with oil. This approach makes use of culinary goods you already have, increases tool lifetime, and saves money. Another instance of Amish pragmatism: no waste, no strong chemicals, just sensible, natural remedies. Let the rusted tool sit for 20 minutes after you have cleaned it with your potato covered in baking soda. The oxalic acid in the potato keeps reacting with the iron oxide, rust, breaking it down organically throughout this period. No strong chemicals needed. This mild chemical reaction removes rust without corroding the metal beneath. When the timer runs out, give the instrument a complete rinse in fresh water. Dry it entirely. Skip this step. Usually wiping the tool with a dry cloth, the Amish let it air dry in the sun to make sure no moisture remains. The first reason rust resurus is leftover water, perfect for garden equipment, culinary utensils, and hand tools that just need a refresh. This approach works best on light to moderate surface rust. Science supports it. The baking soda creates abrasion to assist in lifting rust off potatoes, while the oxalic acid breaks down rust. It's affordable, safe, efficient, and, quite honestly, really brilliant. Although the Amish do not use garbage disposals, their cleaning knowledge fits quite nicely for contemporary issues, including stench from kitchen drains. This is a simple, do-it-yourself disposal cleaner that smells fantastic and performs miracles. From 1 lemon, cut 8 slices. Arrange 1 wedge in every ice cube tray compartment. Pour white vinegar all over every compartment. Freeze for 4 hours or more at least. Little frozen cubes like these are triple action cleaning bombs. The ice scuffs the disposal's walls and sharpens the blades. The lemon smells fresh citrus and carries inherent antibacterial ability. The vinegar kills germs, causing odour and accumulation. When ready, toss 2 to 3 cubes into the disposal. Turn on cold water for 10 seconds, then you're done. These handcrafted versions run roughly 14 cents each usage and operate better than commercial tablets, costing $1.20 a piece. Weekly clean your disposal to prevent clogs and smells. It's another illustration of how the Amish value of using basic components can address even contemporary issues with less waste, greater savings, and less chemicals. From applying cream to carpet stains to rubbing tools with potatoes, these 20 Amish-inspired cleaning tips are not only unique, but also really clever. They depend on common foods including baking soda vinegar, lemons, Potts real cream. Often costing 90% less, these traditional remedies leave no harsh residues behind and outperform costly modern ones. The Amish know you will have more if you take care of what you already own. Using natural, efficient materials also helps you save the environment, your cash, and your health, in addition to improve your cleaning. If any of these techniques caught you off guard, or if you have previously used some, leave a note below and discuss your outcomes. And if you wish more useful advice from customs that have endured, like and subscribe, because occasionally the old ways are indeed the finest ones.